Hi there, dear crafty friends. This is Grace, and welcome to another process video. It is number 53 for me, and it's entitled Wacky Straw. This is my second layout with my June homemade kit, and I'm just showing you all of the letter stickers that I want to use up in this layout. This page is going to be based off of a sketch from Paper Issues, I believe, and I'm going to be using 6 2x3 pictures. I'm starting off with a kind of a, I don't want to say peach, but it's kind of a light orange cardstock, and then that pattern paper from, I think that's from Studio Calico, and I'm just trimming it off so that I can have a little border where you will see the cardstock on the back peeking. And these are just some silly pictures of my kids. We got, so I like free things. Who doesn't, right? But anyways, one of my friends on Facebook posted this thing that if you order this Wacky Straw today or something like that, that you get it for free. Like you don't even have to pay shipping. And so I did that, and we got it in the mail. So basically, the straw goes through, it looks like some glasses, and then so you could put it like a eyeglass, and then so if you drink, you'll just see the liquid go through all the circles around your eyes, and then it goes to your mouth. So that's what the Wacky Straw is. Anyways, when we got it in the mail, the kids were really happy about it, and so I just took a bunch of pictures of them trying it out. And I think we were trying it out with water, so you don't really see the liquid going through the straw, and so yeah, we need to do it again with, you know, maybe like a juice or something. With the sketch, it needed, or the sketch said to use 3 circles, but instead of circles, I'm going to use this kind of Polaroid die cut accents from, well, the 2 ones on the left are from LE Studios, and then the one on the right is a Heidi Swap Polaroid frame. And I fill that up with the eyeglass pattern paper, the eyeglass pattern, and because it matched my layout. And so I just filled up some of the insides of the other Polaroids with some 3x4 cutouts that is still part of my kit. So with the word wacky, I wanted to use up, because I felt like my letters were too blocky, and I didn't want to grab another one because I did have a lot of letters in my stash and that I pulled out for this kit. And so to kind of make it a little bit more wacky, I don't know how else to explain it, is I was going to kind of just use different colors of the similar fonts, and then use that for the word wacky. And then for the straw, I just used the black doodlebug letter stickers. And I initially wanted to put that word wacky on the top because I didn't want to fill up the inside of the Polaroid, but I will eventually move it down because it was just too far from the word straw, and I wanted them to be together because they are, after all, my title. And so you see there that I was going to use some of that basic gray orange, but then it was just too small, and so I decided I was just going to use one of the orange one. I think it's a corrugated thickers from an Amy Tangerine line. So I'm using this stamp that looks like a blotch of ink. That's from Inspired by Stamping, and I'm going to put that in 3 different places on my layout, which is near the Polaroids, kind of creating the visual triangle. And I'm using a small SCI ink pad. It's a little I think it's like a navy blue type. And as you can see, I haven't adhered anything, and I'm just trying to see where I can place it. I'm going to put my pictures back so that I know that that image of the ink blotch is kind of peeking behind my Polaroids. And I'm just going to clean my stamp a little bit, and then I'm going to move on. Another thing that I loved about this sketch is it's out of my comfort zone. Like, I don't normally do kind of a center weighted layout, as far as like, it's not, I don't usually do vertical centered layouts. That's just not my thing. So it's nice to, I mean, I really love sketches. If you've watched some of my videos before, you know that I do a lot of like sketch challenges because it takes me out of my comfort zone. And so with that flower on that printed paper on the top Polaroid, I just added a button from the My Mind's Eye Now and Then collection, and then I threaded it with some gray twine. And I have these circle die cuts from Ellie Studios that says too cool and rad and then has a star, and so I wanted to use that up in this layout as well, since the sketch did want to use the circles, and I thought I'll use them in the smaller size instead of the big ones. And then I just decided that that Polaroid frame on the right, it just didn't have enough oomph, and that's kind of the one that I wanted to have a lot of layers. And so I have these chipboard pennants from that same My Mind's Eye Now and Then pack, and so I'm just going to thread my twine through them and then arrange them to make it look like they're banners. And they're going to go over that pattern paper right on the top of that Polaroid. And so this was kind of like an afterthought design, and so I didn't know what to do with the rest of the string, and so I just knotted it, and then just so it doesn't move around, I'm going to be adding I'm just going to be stapling them together. And as you can see, I'm still using my big stapler because I don't know where to buy those tiny attacher just staples. I mean, I've looked at Michael's, and the only thing they have is the actual tiny attacher with some staples on there. So do you guys know where I could get just the staples for the Tim Holtz tiny attacher? And if you can leave that in the comment section, that will be great. So here I'm just jotting down some handwritten journaling. I'm using my Sharpie pen. I'm really liking the Sharpie right now because the fine point is just a perfect point for me to write. It's not too big, it's not too thin. And I'm also going to be adding that rad die cut with some dimensional adhesive. So I decided to run my pattern paper background through my sewing machine. I just added a stitch all around it, and I've seen people curl the edges, and I really liked the look of how they did it, but when I started doing it, I didn't like the curling effect on mine. I think it's because I didn't leave enough room for me to curl it. I'm not sure, but as you can see earlier, I was trying to curl it, and then once I've done one side, I just flattened it back again because I didn't like the look of it. So here I'm just committing to everything, adhering all of my elements together, and this is pretty much how I work. I don't adhere anything. Well, if I have to adhere it, then I will adhere it, like as far as like the layers together, but adhering it onto my background, I rarely do that until the very end so that I can move things around, and that just makes it that you know, I don't have to take out things when they're not working or when I want to move them around. And I really like the being able to use the what is it called? The freezer paper, the parchment paper. I can't think anymore. Yeah, I like using that for my title and move to so that I can move things around. So the wacky one, I was gonna just put that right on top of that pattern paper, but the pattern was so busy, so I had some leftover vellum from a previous layout, so I just added those, cut it out as a strip, and then trim the both edges into notches. And I'm almost nearing the end of my layout. It's almost done. I just need to add a few more details. So I decided I was just going to use 2 circles instead of 3 because there was just too many circles in just that one spot. So I just added 2, and then I'm going to eventually add some enamel dots there for more circle accents, and also I'm going to be stamping my date on there as well. But right now I'm going to be adding kind of a coral or button so that it will match the one on the top left that I had added in the center of that layout. And I'm just trying to get my stamping. I covered the word part with some post-its so that I can just stamp the date, and that's gonna be it, I think. Oh, I'm gonna add enamel dots. So I'm looking at it right now and trying to see what else I can add, and here I go with some enamel dots. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your comments, and I'm sorry I can't comment on every single thing that you guys post, but I do read them. Sometimes I don't read them till like weeks after I post them, but I do read them, and I really appreciate it. So make sure that you give it a thumbs up if you like the page, and also subscribe. I will see you when I see you. Thanks guys. Bye.